on location at the entrance to the Golden Gate Highlands National Park. And the reason we're here is because some cars are just made for road tripping, far more than others. And this is one of those examples. Take a look at this little beauty. BMW 125i, two-door coupe. And in my book, this two-door version just looks so much better. Really, really racy looks. Maybe you've got to make your own choice about coupes, whether they're practical or not, but it doesn't matter to me. It looks good. And the 125i, let's just get into some technical specs right now. Yes, modern BMWs, the 125i only has a 2-litre turbo engine, which at 160 kilowatts, 310 Newton meters of torque. This particular car we're driving has also got the full M treatment. You take a look at the wheel and you can see the blue brake caliper over there as well. It's got all the extras, all the little bits and bobs on it that make driving a car like this such a pleasure. Boot space, well, for an overnight for two, certainly more than enough boot space over here. It's got the ski flap in the center if you want to fold down the middle piece of the back seat, and you can fold down the two individual back seats as well. So you have all of those options. Base price for this car, 434,000 Rand, which for a two-door coupe of this type sounds very good. However, spec as this one is, and believe me, it has every possible option, including the sunroof. As you can see, you are looking at 645,000 Rand as we're on the road here today. Let's take a look inside and also at a couple of reasons why there is a price differential in the extras on this car. Behind the wheel of the BMW 125i, it's a driver's place, there's no doubt about it. You take a look, you've got the slight flat bottom to the steering wheel, just to give you the feeling of a little bit of sportiness to it. Multi-function steering wheel, as is common these days, and you've got very substantial paddles over here as well if you want to go into your override modes with the gearbox. 8-speed automatic gearbox as well, and it's very, very smooth. You can see you've got your full instrumentation. Something I really like as an extra function is, in fact, on the navigation, which is on the main touch screen over there, and you have your multimedia screen over there. You can see all your different functions you can have. And for example, you just press on the button, the knob over here, BMW's controller, and you just press on it and it brings up, for example, the next screen over there. So you have that as well. So very, very actually easy to use and becomes easier with a bit of familiarity. It's a nice one to use. But one of the features it does have, I can't show it to you now, is that it actually gives you certain directions in the center on the dashboard over here as well. So you don't even have to take your eyes off the road to really follow the navigation system. I mentioned your gearbox over here, which is the 8-speed automatic, nice and simple to use. This button here, of course, is one of the crucial buttons of this whole car, because it is your multi-mode transmission. You can go from Eco Pro to Comfort to Sport, or even Sport Plus, and it definitely changes your engine mapping as well as your suspension settings when you do change it. So you can move through all of those. In fact, Sport Plus even switches out automatically your DSC or dynamic skid control system, so it puts the car into, if you really want, what I call hooligan mode. Looking up above us, we have the sunroof I mentioned earlier, and it has the manually operated blind that you pull across. This button over here is also a very crucial one. Another reason why there's extra expense involved. This is the BMW Connected Drive system, which links you to a call center, and you can have all your concierge service, your emergency services, all such things working through the press of one button over here that links you and can really sort your life out if that's what you need driving this car. All very, very important. Another very, very important extra on this particular car is, if you have a look, your Harman Kardon sound system and the upgraded sound system on this car. Lovely sound. If you're into your music, you want to listen to your music, well, as we've done, just pop in a USB over here and you can listen to any music you want, and your choice of music. Last item on a car like this, of course, is let's check out what the back seat's like. Slight mission getting into the back seat, absolutely, because it's a two-door coupe. But the seat is set for myself. You can see there's lots of legroom. I've got no complaint about that. And there is still clearance for my hat, even in a two-door coupe. Most important. The back seat, life is built for two here in the back, not for three, there's no doubt about it. That is, again, what you've got to decide when you're looking at a coupe. So, in summary, do you need all the extras on this car? Well, that's a decision you've got to make for yourself. Base price of 434,000 Rand, I would say this car is an absolute bargain. You've got to be so careful which extras and option boxes you tick when you order a car like this, because you can end up at 645,000 Rand as this one is, which is such a pleasure to drive, but do you want to spend that kind of money? It's always going to be the question of you pay your money, you take your choice. The thing about the BMW, remembering, is also the rear wheel drive, which is pretty much unique in this category, in this market segment, and that of course gives you the handling, the performance that is pretty much unique to this car. To sum up, all I'll say is I'm enjoying my road trip in this BMW 125i.